Hello and welcome into another edition of the Scorching Start on the Birds Broadcast Network. I'm your host, Sammy Miller, alongside your broadcasters, Ian Nicholas and Dylan Pescatore. And the Firebirds are back here at Eldridge Park after last night's huge 6-5 walk-off victory over the Cotuit Kettleers. And today they are right back at it, taking on the Brewster Whitecaps, a big East Division rivalry. But before we get into today's game, we have to talk about last night. Eddie King Jr., the star of the show, he had a home run in the 5th inning, and then of course the walk-off. Ian, how big of a performance was Eddie King?
Oh, he made the difference in last night's game in two completely different at-bats that you just talked about, Sammy. First, the home run to give Orleans some life, down 5-0 in the 5th inning. His first official home run on the year, but technically his second if you go back to that fog out against Chatham. And then the 9th inning, bases loaded, he comes up and he wants to provide the big swing, right? He wants to be the hero, and he was the hero, but he did not take the big swing. That's so hard to do. All these guys are so talented. He could have easily had a run-scoring hit, but instead he was unselfish. He understood what the moment needed. 3 straight walks already handed out. He did what he needed to do.
And once again, the pitching was phenomenal last night. Jonathan Gonzalez had his first start of the summer, and then it was Chase Hungate, and then Matthew Watson came in, pitched 2 innings, didn't allow a single run. What did you see from those 3 arms last night, Dylan?
Yeah, going in order, I think Gonzalez was really good, keeping the ball at the bottom of the zone. His changeup is his key pitch, and he was getting a lot of ground outs from the Kettleers to start. He ran into some trouble in the 5th inning. Then came Chase Hungate, who did allow a 3-run home run, but overall was eating outs, was getting a lot of ground balls as well. Very similar pitchers those two are. Then Matthew Watson came in, got out of a big jam in the 8th, big jam in the 9th. He kept the game where it was. Without Matthew Watson, the Firebirds probably don't come back in that game.
And plate discipline was also a huge key for the Firebirds last night, especially in that 9th inning. I don't think they would have had that walk-off if it wasn't for that discipline. What are your thoughts on that, Ian?
Oh, it's 2 completely different approaches. You go back to the 8th inning, Sammy, and Teddy Brennan struck out 3 in a row for the Firebirds, including Joe Oyama, who's not an easy player to strike out. But then a completely different approach took over in the 9th. The guys understood to lay off that big curveball that Brennan threw. It was a dangerous pitch, but he wasn't landing it for a ton of strikes. They all understood that, although it was tempting, they had to lay off it. And that's why even after the Justin Rubin leadoff home run, the at-bats were long, they were smart, and they were unselfish. They passed the baton time and time again, and ultimately one time too many for Brennan as he walked in the game-winning run.
Now let's talk about today's game. It's Derek Clark on the mound, his first start of the summer, but definitely not his first time wearing this Firebirds jersey. He's been one of the best relievers for this team all season long, an all-star, also the 2nd best ERA in the entire league, Dylan.
That's right, 1.47 ERA for Clark. He's a lefty out of the bullpen, but now he's starting for the first time today. He started a lot at college, 4 years at Northwood University, a D2 program. He's the all-time leader in strikeouts and innings pitched for that team. He comes in today. He's not going to be and beat you at 95, 96, 97, but the move on his fastball goes up, down, sideways. Hitters don't know where it's going, and the numbers reflect that.
And also, Brewster has been heating up a little bit. They went on a losing streak, but now they're back in the winning column. What adjustments do you think the Whitecaps have been making?
I would just say they're being themselves. You know, this is a team that's really talented. Jamie Shevchuk knows how to recruit 7 All-Stars, 5 All-Star starters. It was a matter of time until this team started winning again. I'd say the big thing is James Tibbs has gotten better and better as the season's gone on. The left fielder from Florida State hitting .330 in his last 17 games. There have been ups and downs in those 17 games, but Tibbs is walking. He's hitting the ball for average and for power. He's a really good player at the top of this order.
Now, the Firebirds have won the last 4 games against the Brewster Whitecaps. But, Dylan, what's the key to get the win tonight against the Whitecaps?
The key to get the win tonight is to do what they did last time. The Brewster Whitecaps walked 6 and they hit 5 in last matchup between these two teams. How do you do that today? Be patient. Take your walks against the Brewster pitching staff that has had trouble finding the zone this season.
Ian, how about you? What's your key?
The opposite. Don't hand out those free passes to Brewster. It's a really selective bunch. They are smart. They are plate disciplined. It's a group that's starting to find its groove offensively. Don't make it any easier for them and get them on base.
Well, let's see if the Firebirds can get 5 straight against the Whitecaps, but stay tuned for a lot more content on the Scorching Start.
All right, let's go to war, boys. You guys keep it out.
I'm now joined alongside Firebirds manager Kelly Nicholson. Coach, a huge walk-off victory last night. The rain was coming down. How was it celebrating with your guys?
Yeah, it was great. Literally a walk-off walk. And, it was good to win. We were down 5. Rubes hit that big home run to tie it. And then they showed a lot of grit and determination last night, Sammy, I thought. Had a man on first, and Jack Penny got a base hit off the pitcher and 3 walks in a row, and we're out celebrating. So it was cool. It was cool.
And how about Eddie King Jr.? He not only, of course, had that walk, but he also had that beautiful home run in the fifth. How proud are you of him?
Yeah, super proud, man. I don't think we could have had a better guy up in that situation because he's just cool as a cucumber, man. And he made really good swing decisions. And I say that he decided not to swing, right? He's got good plate discipline. And, sometimes guys try to want to be the hero and get a base hit or hit a grand slam or whatever. And he just decided to take ball 4 and walk us off. So it was great, man. Couldn't happen. I'm so happy for Eddie.
And once again, an incredible night for your pitching staff. Gonzalez started things off, then Hungate came in, and then Matson closed things out. What impressed you from those 3 guys last night?
Well, they kind of were, they were themselves out there last night. Gonzo goes out and gives you 4 innings. He's going to throw strikes and have a good changeup. Hungate's going to come from kind of 3/4, and he did a good job. He sawed off some people. They were right-handed dominant last night in that lineup, so he was a great matchup for us. And then Waddy was great, man. He came in and threw the last 2 innings and really commanded the strike zone, threw a lot of strikes, and it was good. Happy for him as well.
How about Derek Clark making his first start on the bump tonight? He has been absolutely incredible for you guys. The second best ERA in the entire league as well.
I didn't know that. Good for DC. Way to go. Hey, with DC, we should get strikes. It's going to be a good changeup. He can spin a curveball. He can spin a slider. He's uber competitive. So I'm looking forward to watching him start tonight.
Well, thank you so much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
You bet. Thank you, Sammy.
Hey, set the tone, boys.
I'm now joined alongside Texas A&M Corpus Christi's right-handed pitcher, Matthew Watson. Matthew, congrats on last night's win. How was it celebrating the walk-off victory with all your new teammates?
It was awesome. I mean, these guys came in and really welcomed me with open arms, and it was fun to get after it last night.
And you came in the 8th inning, had 2 innings with 1 K, didn't allow a single run. How are you feeling on the mound?
I was feeling good. Like I said, I just kind of me and the catcher kind of on the same page with everything, and I just focused on pounding the zone.
And it was only your second time on the bump for the Firebirds, and pressure was on, but you really were able to keep calm. Is that your mentality going up there?
Yeah, like I said, I just kind of focused on pounding the zone and letting the guys work behind me.
And only a few days here on the Cape. How have you been enjoying it so far?
It's awesome. I mean, it's a place like no other, and I'm really glad I got this opportunity.
And what was your reaction when Kelly told you that you'd be joining the Firebirds?
I said, heck yeah, I'm 100% in.
And is there anything that you want to do outside of baseball with your time here, whether it's with the guys on an off day?
I really want to go see the beach, on the next off day we get. I feel like that'd be a really cool experience.
And you're from the Ozarks, so is it anything like the show?
No, not at all. It's totally different. But like I said, I'm glad I got to come up here and experience it.
And you're from the Ozarks, but you go to Texas A&M Corpus Christi. But before that, you spent 2 years in junior college. How do you think those 2 years really shaped the person and player you are today?
I think it really helped me. I'm figuring out my love for baseball. Kind of going to junior college is kind of all you have to do there is baseball. So yeah.
And how was it getting the call to go to the Islanders and have an opportunity to play some pretty high-level baseball?
It was awesome. My coach from my junior college actually got the opportunity to coach down there, and he gave me the chance to come there and pitch for him, and it was awesome.
And that conference continues to push you, just like this league continues to push you, because you're going up against some of the best hitters in the country. So how do you think that'll help you in these next few weeks?
Yeah, I think if I just continue to stay confident out there, I think I'll definitely continue to put up good outings and produce for this team.
And are there any certain goals that you want to accomplish in the next few weeks?
Ultimately, just keep pounding the zone and yeah.
Perfect. Hopefully, maybe get a ring too in the next few.
Definitely get a ring.
Thank you so much, and good luck tonight, Matthew. That'll do it for this edition of the Scorching Start on the Birds Broadcast Network. Make sure you tune in at 6:30 when the Orleans Firebirds take on the Brewster Whitecaps.